Okay, so now we're going to go over the seventh and final of the seven key pillars of good email copy, and that is tribe building. Okay, so when you're building a personal brand, you also want to be building a tribe. Okay, what is your tribe? Your tribe is just your community, right? So it's not like your followers or your audience. You're actually making them a part of something. You're making them part of a movement. You're making them part of something bigger than themselves, bigger than you, right? And you want to name your tribe, right? So like with ClickFunnels, Russell Brunson's tribe is the funnel hackers, right? That's just an example. You can really name your tribe whatever. With the examples we're going to show you, it's going to be through some of the work that I did with Steve Weatherford when I was writing copy for him, and called Steve's tribe Team Weatherford for a couple of reasons. One, Steve is the NFL's fittest man and is a Super Bowl champion. So just calling his tribe a team makes a lot of sense. But he also refers to his own family as Team Weatherford, and even had something in his house that actually was like a Team Weatherford sign, right? So that's something that's very important to him, really describes the type of community, the type of environment that he wants to create, okay? So I mentioned that when you're building your tribe and referring to your tribe, you want to make them a part of something that's bigger than themselves. How do you do that? Well, you do that by establishing a common bond. You do that by sharing common values, and actually communicating the effect and solution for common enemies is another way to build a tribe. And when you're doing this, and we've kind of talked about this a little bit, being a trusted advisor, you want to be like a trusted advisor and a doctor. Okay? You don't just want to tell them stuff, right? You want to show them the solution, okay? You want to make sure that you truly understand where they're coming from, right? So like, let's say your shoulder is hurting you, right? And you go into the doctor's office and the doctor says, the first doctor, and you go see two doctors, right? The first doctor says, "What's wrong? My shoulder hurts." "Okay, here's a prescription," or "Do this surgery," or whatever, or this rehab program. Okay. And the second doctor, same exact situation. "What's wrong? My shoulder hurts." "Where does it hurt?" "Well, it hurts right here in my front delt." "Okay. Does it hurt when I press here?" "Yes." "Does it hurt when I press here?" "No." "Does it hurt when you lift it up like this?" "Yes." "Okay. Where does it hurt? How does it hurt?" "Right here, there's this like kind of dull, achy pain." "Okay. Well, what about when you lift it like this?" "No, no pain at all." Okay. And then they ask you these questions. They understand your situation and say, "Okay, well, given the fact that it hurts here like this, when you do this movement, it hurts like this. When you do that movement, it doesn't hurt at all." And you run through all the things. "I think what you have is XYZ, ABC, 1, 2, 3. Here's the solution. Here's the prescription for your problem." 8 billion times out of 10, you're going to listen to and trust the second doctor more than the first. Because the second doctor, and I've been through this, in the medical community myself, the second doctor truly understands what you're going through, what your situation is. The first doctor does not at all. And they actually don't even care. Whereas the second doctor very much cares about truly understanding where you're coming from, what you're dealing with, and how they can help you. Okay. These are all things you want to do when you're building a tribe. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through 3 examples of emails that I wrote when I was writing for Steve a couple of years ago, and the first email is going to be the one where we mention the tribe, the name of the tribe, and we actually start to build the common values of the tribe. And then in the subsequent emails 2 and 3, we're going to look at how we actually maintain that common bond and those common values throughout our communication together, and how there's a through line and a very clear pattern of this is what our tribe is all about. If this doesn't fit you, you don't need to be here. But if you're a part of our tribe, you will follow these principles and they will lead you to success. Okay. So the first email is, the subject line is, my success secret will get you your dream body. People often ask me what it was like being a punter in the NFL for 10 years. They ask me, Steve, what was the secret to your success? How do you make your dream a reality? The answer is support. Support from Laura, that's Steve's wife, and support from my other teammates. Here on Team